Hey guys and dolls, and welcome back. It's me, Cora. So I have a huge haul for you guys today. I am so excited about this. I haven't done a haul in a while, and really I've been kind of like collecting things up to haul for you. I did a drugstore haul earlier this year. This is like kind of a combination of like drugstore and high-end because I am okay, I've got drugstore stuff, I've got Ulta stuff, I have Sephora stuff, something I bought on Amazon. Get a snack, strap in, snuggle up, and let's go ahead and get started because this is going to be quite a video. So the first thing I'm going to be sharing with you today is the Amore matte lip creams from Milani, because that's a mouthful. Whenever these originally launched, I wasn't able to get my hands on them. I guess the local Walgreens either kept selling out or they never got them. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't just buy them online, but it was one of those things where, like, especially with drugstore stuff, I don't know about you, but I always like hope to find it, because when you find it, it's like an extra special, like, I don't know, I get more excited about it anyway. So the colors that I picked up are adorable, fancy, very excited about this color, Devotion. Oh, I love that red. I'm so excited. And then Precious and Sweetheart. So I'm very excited about these, especially since I love the Amore matte metallic lips so much. The next thing I picked up is from WALGREENS, and this is called First Gel. It's a gel lip liner. I literally cannot say anything about these. I just kind of saw them and was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll give them a whirl. I actually picked up quite a few things from Wet n Wild. Another thing that I picked up was another liquid lip. This is the liquid Catsuit. I really like the other one that I picked up that I showed you guys in my last drugstore haul. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a really bright pink. This one is called Nudist Peach. Very excited to try this out. This is the other annoying thing about buying things from the drugstore, is the packaging. But this has the curved doe foot applicator. Oh, I've really made a mess out of this, so that'll be fun to deal with later. Next thing that I picked up is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I picked it up in 3 different shades. Now obviously this one isn't gonna match me in a million years, but I thought if one of these other ones is too light, it might be nice to have this one that has like a peachy pink base to kind of mix in to get my custom color. I always have to mix custom shades because nothing matches me quite right, and you guys know I'm very particular and very picky about the foundation match, so I am curious to check these out and see how they will hold up. I have really no frame of reference. I've avoided looking at like reviews or anything of it because I want to have like a fresh experience when I use it. I also picked up the concealer. The only shade that they had that was even remotely close to what would probably work for me is the Light Ivory, which I don't know why, I just have this feeling it's going to be a little too deep still, but I will definitely check it out. I also picked up one of the powders, but I don't think this color is going to match me. It's called Warm Light, and it just looks like a little bit too deep. That's the kind of like the frustrating thing with drugstore stuff, is you can't really test it out. You can't really see what it looks like, and then you get home and you're like, oh, maybe that was the greatest decision of my life. Okay, and then the final thing that I picked up at the drugstore, this is a Burt's Bees tinted lip oil. This is kind of cool. I've actually used this a little bit. It's like, basically it's lip oil, so that's pretty self-descriptive, but you click it up. Very easy to use, very similar to like a glossy lip balm or something. I just like the texture that it gives my lips. It makes them very hydrated and everything. All right, so now moving on to Ulta. Woo, Ulta. The first thing that I picked up from Ulta is the HEMPZ Original Body Sugar Body Scrub. This stuff is amazing. It's like an oil based body sugar scrub thing, so the sugar dissolves really well in the shower, but the oil leaves your skin feeling really soft. I love this stuff. I love the smell. It's just great. And they had some kind of a sale. I picked up the HEMPZ Age Defying Exfoliating Herbal Body Scrub to see if there was really any difference. I do actually still prefer the one that comes in the tub, which is a shame because you get a lot less with the one that comes in the tub, but I prefer it. So at least I know that I love it, right? Like if you're gonna be screwed on the amount of product you're getting, you might as well at least love it. The next thing I picked up at Ulta is the NYX Powder Pencil. As you guys know, I love a powder eyebrow pencil. I think it looks phenomenal. I think it's the most natural and easiest way to put on brows versus like doing powder and a brow brush, which is actually my like preferred method. Like given a choice, that's my favorite, but in terms of just like doing something quickly and, you know, all that nicey stuff, I like these powder pencils. So I'm gonna be trying these maybe against the ones from Anastasia, or maybe even the MAC ones, or maybe I'll do like a 3-way video comparing all 3. Next thing I picked up from Ulta is the NYX Glitter Primer. Again, this is something I could compare to the Too Faced Glitter Glue, which is a phenomenal product. I absolutely love it. If I can find one from NYX for like half the price, I'm all about that. Plus the packaging is like kind of amazing. So really excited to test this out and see if this holds up the same as the Too Faced one. I'll have to do a comparison video for you guys on that very soon. The next thing that I picked up is the Ultimate shadow palettes from NYX. I picked up all four. A YouTuber I love, Tara Baby Z. You guys probably know who she is. I'm like, oh, a YouTuber I love. Like, she's so underground or something. I guess because I've been watching her since her channel was small, I still think of her as not. Anyway, she did a video reviewing all of these and comparing them actually to a lot of Vise Art palettes, which was really a cool video. I highly recommend it. I will link her video in the description bar down below. Loved the way that these looked, especially, I mean, compared to the Vise Art palettes, they were not as impressive. For an inexpensive brand, these looked really, really exciting. Like, they would just need like some sort of a good base to really make them pop. Like, look at that. I'm so excited. Next thing that I picked up from NYX is one of the duochromatic highlighters in Snow Rose. I've been wanting to do a video comparing a bunch of different highlighters, but I wanted to kind of get more of them gathered up before I did it. I'm kind of considering getting the Becca highlighter, even though I know it's like it's so similar to so many other things that I have, and I'd really only be buying it to compare it to other things. Like, how bad do you guys want to see a comparison between that new Becca Prismatic Amethyst highlighter and others? I mean, if you guys like really want it, I'll go ahead and take the plunge and go ahead and pick it up. The final thing that I picked up from NYX were these lip liners here. They came out with this new line of lip liners called Suede Matte Lip Liner. So these were $3.99. They had a whole bunch of colors that seemed really appealing to me. Lots of like cool purples, stone type colors, and some like pinks and reds and whatnot that looked interesting to me. I did use one the other day, the red shade, which is not in here because I have a system with my lip liners now that I keep them in here until I've used it, and then once I've used it, it goes in my bin with my dirty brushes, and then once it's sanitized, it can go back in here. By the way, this is what I picked up from Amazon. This is actually something that's meant to hold like colored pencils, and I got it because I have a little bit of like a lip liner thing. This is what being a beauty blogger is like. You end up buying a lot of products, companies send you stuff, so you have to find creative ways to store things. This is also really great for makeup artists. In fact, I have one that's smaller that I use in my kit. Anyway, that's kind of my system for the lip liners. And as I was saying, I used one the other day and I found it to be kind of strange. It was almost like the pigment was suspended in like a texture of something that sort of went on my, I don't know how to describe it other than maybe that it like went on sheer yet matte at the same time. It was odd. It could have been a fluke, so I'm definitely going to try them again, but the first time I used them in the red shade, I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that. So now I'm going to share with you guys my Sephora haul. Sephora! So most of what I picked up from Sephora were various different sharpeners. I picked up the Anastasia one, I picked up the one from NARS, I picked up the one from Clinique, and I picked up the one from Urban Decay, the Grindhouse one. So the other things that I picked up from Sephora are the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the shade Creme Brulee. For a long time, I've been using Chantilly and vanilla to mix together, but I feel like vanilla is just like a little too beige for my skin, and I definitely have like a pinky peach base to my skin. So I decided to pick up Creme Brulee to mix that with Chantilly, which is the lightest shade. It's exhausting to have to mix everything. Like, it's super annoying, but it's a pretty good match when I mix these two together. I have to be careful not to add too much of Creme Brulee because it can be a little too warm. So it's definitely a balancing act, but that is a good match for me so far. Another thing I picked up was the Lock-It Brightening Powder from Kat Von D. I was shopping with my friend Heather, and she was like, this is the bomb. It's great for baking. I tried this today to do like a bake with it, and it was a little too deep for me. I think it kind of oxidizes and gets a little darker on my skin, so not good for baking for me personally. However, when I use it just like a setting powder, just like softly without doing the whole bake situation where you put a ton on and you know all that, it actually works quite well. So excited to experiment with that a little bit more. And then the other things that I picked up from Sephora were some skincare items. The first is the Luna Sunday Riley Sleeping Oil. This stuff is the bomb. You guys know I'm trying out a bunch of stuff from The Ordinary, which I will be doing an update of very, very soon, I promise you. I wanted to give that a good college try before I went ahead and made any bold statements about anything. But just as a little preview to that video, I'm not really feeling the retinol from that line for a couple of different reasons, which I'll discuss in that video. So I decided to go ahead and just get a new one of the Sunday Riley Luna oil, which is the bomb. This stuff is incredible. Not only does it have retinol, but it has all these great carrier oils in it that just make my skin feel so soft and plump and juicy and just so good. And I like that they do these little mini bottles now, so you don't have to buy the big $105 1 ounce bottle. You can buy the half ounce bottle for, I think this was $55. Pretty good deal. Love this stuff. And then when I was at Sephora the other day, they had like the 100-point samples, and they had a mini of Good Genes, which I use pretty frequently on my face, although I'm really liking the one from The Ordinary. We will talk about that in that video. But I decided to go ahead and pick this up as a little sample size one for when I travel. So I make it sound like I travel all the time, like I'm a jet setter. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing an updated favorites video. I haven't done one in quite some time, and I just have been feeling the urge to do one. You guys know I don't like to do them too often because I just don't have my actual genuine favorites change all that often, but I feel like there's a lot of products that I haven't reviewed or haven't talked about that really could use a little love. So let me know if you're interested in that in the comment section down below. So let me know if you guys want to see a tutorial for how I did this hairdo. It's a bit vintage. I've been doing these sort of like impromptu hairdos lately, and it's actually super easy to do. So let me know if you want to see that, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember to Vintageortacky, just be your own kind of beautiful. See you, bye.